Sis, it's your little big sis Sai, back with another video. And in our social media series, I will be talking about time consumption. So we know our foremother Tabitha, for example, was well known for her good works. And as a YDOS, if you want to keep up with those good works, we want to limit our time consumption on social media. So if you struggle with being on social media apps often and you actually want to improve your time management, keep watching. This video is for you. Here are some common ways that social media distracts us and can negatively impact one's life. Waking up and the first thing you check is social media. When you first wake up, you want to give thanks that the Most High gave each and every one of us another day in this captivity to get right and rehearse the righteous acts, because we know that tomorrow is not promised. So in the morning, you want to send up those morning prayers, y'all, not checking social media to see what you missed overnight. Next up, you're starting and stopping tasks to check social media, and next thing you know, time flies by and 3 hours have gone and you have not gotten much done. You find it harder to complete tasks efficiently or even struggle to check things and complete them off your to-do list because you are either replying to people all day, posting, trying to keep up with what other people are doing in their lives, etc. Another distraction is if you are following the wrong crowd on social media. You want to be mindful of who you follow and who you talk to on these platforms, because that can just be a further distraction to you. Fourth common way is having a double life on social media. It kind of ties in with the third common way, but if you find yourself having an account where you're posting all this truth content and then you make the time to create a separate account just to post yourself in immodest clothing, or you eating unlawful foods, or just breaking the laws in general, that kind of ties in with you following the wrong crowd. So you have to examine the matter and ask yourself, like, why am I even doing this? Do you have faith? Do you have fear of the Most High? It goes into a different video. We're just going to keep moving on. The fifth common way is losing sleep because you are on social media, y'all. If you know you have to wake up early, say you have class or work, whatever you got to do at like 8 a.m., you need to wake up at like 6:37, and you're still on social media at like 1, 2 a.m., that's kind of an issue. Are your priorities straight? Are you going to wake up on time for work? Are you going to do a quality job for whatever offices you have in the body or at work or at school if you're up all night on social media? Did you send up those evening prayers? So now time for some solutions. I have a few quick, simple resolutions that can help all of you guys watching improve your time consumption on social media. Now it's just going to be a matter of actually applying. Up first, you want to identify your priorities. Once you know your priorities and they're in order, this will help you use or maximize your time more efficiently and be more productive. So for me, for example, I like to prioritize my family, my dad, mom, siblings, and then whenever we have company over, I guess those are going to be like my second priorities. And then the different offices that I'm involved with within the body, those are my third priorities. So I like to have those three on a constant rotation throughout the week, every day. Those are my priorities. So once they're taken care of, then I'll do what I need to do. I also have like a time management document or spreadsheet. I'll post like a picture here somewhere, but basically I used it when I was in college. I'll probably use it again since I'm going right back to school. I will fill in the classes that I have each day because that time's already blocked out. So once you fill in your non-negotiables, like it's going to happen this day at this time, which you can't really maneuver with, you're going to put that in your schedule first, or your time management spreadsheet first. And then you're going to look at what free time you have left for the week. So then once you're looking at that, you're going to squeeze in the times available where you can complete the work for your particular offices that you're in within the body. You're also going to squeeze in time for where you're cooking dinner, or you're doing laundry, or self-care, or daily bread. Squeeze in different classes throughout the day. You're going to squeeze in those time slots as well. You'll find out you really do not have a lot of time because you're maximizing your time. You're doing more throughout the day instead of being on social media. Number 2 is to silence your social media notifications. So for me personally, my phone is typically on do not disturb. I am not getting phone calls or text messages. My phone's not blowing up Typically, I will have designated contacts for people on my phone where I set them to favorites or emergency contacts. And even if my phone is on silent, their calls or text messages will always come through and I'll hear that ding, which is fine. For social media, I have my notifications turned off for the most part. I'm not getting notified that somebody tagged me in a post or they replied to my story or they swiped up, they did this, they did that, because that's just a distraction and too many dings where I gotta keep looking back at my phone, you know. Next up, we are going to set a timer for how long we are actually spending on social media. You want to be honest with yourself. So you may think that, oh, I only spend 20 minutes on social media. I don't know why I can't get so much done throughout the day. On Instagram, I don't know about other social media platforms. Instagram's the only one I use. But on Instagram, somewhere in your settings, there's like a daily average where it shows you how long you are on social media throughout the week, and it gives you like your daily average. So you may think you're online for like 20 minutes, but in reality, you are online for 2.5 hours. There's a problem. You gotta accept that reality. And there's a way you can set up controls. For me personally, on Instagram, I set my daily timer to an hour. And then once I reach that hour, Instagram will notify me like, hey, an hour has passed. It's time for you to get off. You can choose to ignore that alert and keep going on social media. But if you want to improve, you want to consider it and sign off of social media. You want to aim to reduce the time that you are spending online. So you want to choose whatever goal you have in mind, and then in the app you can select how long you want to be on social media, and it'll notify you once that time has been reached. And the last tip that I have for you guys is to have an accountability partner. So some sisters may think that they got it unlocked, they don't need any further assistance, but it's okay if you do. So you want to have an accountability partner to help you stay on track with your duties. Have an accountability partner just to check in with you throughout the day. How are you doing on completing that said task? We should know that idleness teacheth much evil, right? So you want to compare the time that you are spending on social media to the time that you actually spend watching a class, studying those precepts, helping a sister out, or doing your chores. You find that you are on social media more than you are doing the others. It's a problem. I'm waving my imaginary red flag right now, okay? I forgot to mention also, on my phone I use an app called Reminder. You can use any app though. I think the iPhone comes with its own reminder app if I'm not mistaken. Based on the settings that I choose, the Reminder app is going to alert me that I have this task coming up. I can have it remind me every day that week until I check it off my to-do list. It gives you different options, like do you want this to be a daily task up until a deadline? Do you want this to be a weekly task up into a certain deadline that you set? Do you want this to be a bi-weekly? It kind of gives you different options on how often you want to be reminded. It's really neat. I don't know. You guys should check it out. That's what I do. It helps me a lot. Play around with it. It also talks to like set different alarms. It'll be like, do it now. So I'm just like, oh, I got something to do. Let me get on top of it. That is all I have for this video today, you guys. Lord's will, you got something from it. Until next time, Shalom, Most High, and Christ bless.
Oh, but first behold in your mind.